Hi, Bradley here. We've got the chord of the week this week, and today's chord of the week, or this week's chord of the week should I say, we're going to do the Augmented Chord. That's right, so the Augmented Chord. So what we're going to do it in the key of E, the people's key, everyone's favourite key. An Augmented Chord basically sounds like this. That kind of, not devilish, but like it wants to go somewhere, and that's where it wants to go, but I'll get to that in a minute. But basically, to construct an E Augmented Chord, we've got a root, a third, and a sharpened fifth. That kind of sound. So as we're doing E Augmented, we got the note E, G sharp, and C. So playing like that, you get an E Augmented arpeggio. But we want to do a chord shape with it, so we're going to do this one here. And to show you this, I'll go to my extreme close-up. So to play E Augmented, we're going to put our third finger on the 5th string 7th fret, second finger on the 4th string 6th fret, and then first finger on the 3rd string and 2nd string on the 5th fret. Do a little bar there, and we get that. So there I'm just playing the 5th, 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings obviously. Don't want to play the 1st string. If you did play the 1st string, you would have to play this G sharp note here. So to do that, we would have to play the 3rd and 2nd strings with our 2nd finger, and then 3rd there, like so. Can be a bit tricky playing 2 strings with 1 finger, but you can have a go at that one as well. But most of the time, we got that. Right, so now you've got your cool new little chord of the week, let's try and put it in an actual musical situation, because it's alright to have the chord, but if you're just sitting around the nap for days on end, where can I go with it? So what we'll do, we'll take like a standard blues, and now basically with an augmented chord, it's usually the 5th chord in that given scale. So if E, we count back from E, 5, we get to A. So E Augmented is coming from an A major scale. So basically, in case you're not used to understand chords or harmonised major scales, basically every single note in a scale is a number. So A being, so in case of A, we've got A1, B2, C sharp 3, D4, E5, F sharp 6, and then G sharp 7, and we've got the root again. So each of those notes have got a numbers if you had a chord. So if we count up, E is the 5th note in the A major scale, so that's one we can augment. So if we're doing a blues progression, we could do A7, D7, E7, standard blues chords. So if we're doing the ending of it, so you get a cool little ending that way. You get that, so it adds a little bit of flair and makes you sound like you know what you're doing at the end of a blues, instead of you sounding, which is still just as fine obviously, but yeah, it just gives you a bit more of that maturity sound to your playing. Of course you can put it in all sorts of places. I heard, as it's getting Christmas now, it's getting the festive time, and the end of I think it's Please Come Home for Christmas. It's going, you got the birds will be ringing, that kind of song, and then my baby's gone. It's like, But yeah, hopefully you can see it there in a more of a, I don't know, pop musical situation, you know. I would just like to point out that, you know, because there's no open strings here, we can move this in any position of the neck. So wherever your third finger is will be the root. So if we're playing on E, and you want to do a different key, you know, that'd be E augmented, F augmented, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, etc, etc. So wherever you move it, because we've got no open string, just basically working in the sense of a bar chord, you know, we can move it wherever. So don't feel like that's it, you're restricted just to E augmented, you know, wherever you move it to. If your third finger's on the D note like so, you're now playing D augmented. Alright, so bear that in mind. So yeah, so have fun with Augmented. And yeah, I'll see you next week, and it'll be another wacky chord. So have fun with that. See you next week.